Hello and welcome to Cornish Walking Trails. Hello, we are at Cornwall. We're heading down towards Church Cove, the beautiful little church on the beach. From there we're going to pop over to Poldhu and we're going to join a beach clean today. We're going to speak to the lady that runs the group, find out what it is that inspires her to do it, what are the sorts of things that she finds, and most importantly I think is where does it all end up after she picks it up. The nice thing about this is that we are going to have a one bag beach clean, so we don't bring a plastic bag down to pick up a load of plastic. We're going to actually use a recyclable, washable bag, so you can have it with you all the time. We'll ask her about it when we get there for more details. So we're here at Church Cove in Cornwall, and it's a beautiful day. It's November, but the sun still has some warmth in it. So apart from doing a beach clean this morning, you're going to grab Pasty, aren't you, Andrew?
That's the plan. I'm going to clean up with a pasty.
So we're hopefully going to get to Anne's pasties in the Lizard. We've been a bit thwarted with this one, haven't we?
We've tried to get to Anne's pasties before, and every time we try, they're shut.
I know! Today's the day.
Lack of planning on our part, I think.
Isn't that stunning? It's a beautiful day. It is November, low tide, absolutely perfect. Look at that.
So we're looking for a lady called Carol, Sarah.
Yes, lots of people. I was just wondering which one is Carol. There's a group of people over there. Should we go and ask them?
Sounds like a plan. I think this might be Carol.
Do you think so?
I think so. Lady with a high-vis vest.
Hello, are you Carol?
Hi, Sarah.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
How do you do? I'd shake hands.
Hi there.
How are you doing? So you've already
Yeah,
got your bucket.
Yep, got
Brilliant.
My bucket, got my little picker. Beautiful beach, gorgeous day. So just go and find some rubbish now.
Yeah. Let me introduce you to Carol,
Hi
everybody.
there.
She's
Hi.
from One Bag Beach Clean. Shows your bucket. What have you collected so far today?
So today, there's not a lot of big stuff here today. Usually down on Poldhu, we find lots of net, fishing, rope, wire, tons of it. But today, not so much.
That's good news in a way, isn't it?
Yeah, well it is, but when there's certain storms and certain winds come in, it brings the tides come in, and then they bring all this stuff in with it. So
Yeah.
a lot of line, which all gets tangled up on the strand line. So where you see the seaweed there, that's where you'll find most of the stuff usually. But I think today it hasn't been so windy or stormy, so it's not too bad.
No, we've got beautiful weather today.
Yeah.
Let's just show everybody the beach. So this is
gorgeous.
Poldhu Beach. Got quite a few people out with buckets,
Yeah.
and there's another group here as well,
So
I
we've
believe.
also got the National Trust and Friends of Poldhu here today. So we thought we'd just join in because it's all about collaboration. Obviously, the more people you can get involved, the better.
Yeah.
But what we've been finding today, so just searching in the sand, I've just found all these tiny plastics here. They just break down into smaller and smaller pieces. They get into the food chain, the
Yeah.
fish eat them, and then ultimately we eat them.
Which is scary,
not good
isn't it?
news.
No.
Absolutely. And now the scientists are finding bits of plastic in fish all over the world, turtles, seabirds. It's a massive problem.
So what's the most unusual thing you've found?
I've got a crisp bag from 1976. Yeah.
Wow.
So although it's a little bit broken up, but you could still put things in the bag. And also the colours have gone a little bit, but you can still see some of the colours, and you can still see its golden wonder. And then I've also got a little plane, which is a Duplo plane, which is from 1986.
Oh my goodness me.
And so we found that on the beach.
Does make you
as well.
think twice now,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
There's this and this.
Gosh. So you'd think that people would miss that, wouldn't you?
Do you know, and it's amazing how many shoes I find, but just one.
Yeah.
Just one shoe, and you think, how
So
can,
that means they've gone off home
how
with
can
one
you
shoe.
go home with one shoe? Flip-flops in the summer are massive. I
And-
mean, flip-flops everywhere. Bikinis and men's pants is another thing. Don't we, Steph? We find a lot of men's pants, which is most extraordinary.
So how
So
does that work? How does that? I don't want to think about that. I don't think.
Just sounds fun, doesn't it?
It's always like we go out in the group, and it's always who can find the men's pants first. It's like, who's got the men's pants?
A one-bag beach clean bag.
Yeah, so the whole idea of this is that when you go out walking, whether you're on the beach or a park, wherever you are, you take a bag with you and you just pick up a bit of rubbish.
So you can pick it up, put it in there, wash it and reuse it.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
can
idea.
wash it again and again and again. It's all natural cotton. They're ethically sourced and they have environmental friendly dyes.
Where can people get one?
So if you go to my Instagram page, which is One Bag Beach Clean, and just message me on there, or you can message me on onebagbeachclean@gmail.com.
So that one's for us. We're
Yeah.
going to have to put that to good use.
You are. I'm going to expect to see pictures of this and all your rubbish. I want to see all your rubbish.
No problem. I'm sure we can fill it several times over, unfortunately.
Yeah, so this is lovely Alan from Friends of Poldhu.
Hello, Alan. Pleased
Hi.
to meet you.
And Alan will tell you a bit about what they do here.
Yeah, for the last 10 years since we moved here, I've been running the Friends of Poldhu, and it was in a bad state in terms of litter and dog poo, etc. So we've, over the 10 years, we've been working regularly, except during COVID, obviously, to keep the beach as nature intended it.
As clean as possible.
As clean as possible, but more importantly, to also highlight the enormous danger that the plastics do to the ocean. So, you know, we do it during the summer when people are here, so we can inform them. In fact, 90% of our litter is from the fishermen. And unfortunately, of course, it's killing their own stocks.
Yes, so it stays in the ocean, doesn't
absolutely,
degrade,
doesn't
and washes
degrade.
ashore.
And they think by 2035 or maybe before, there'll be more plastic in the sea than fish.
That's a scary thought,
It's
isn't
a
it?
scary, scary thought. That's
So
what
do
we
you
need to do.
weigh the amount of plastic? That
No,
you,
we don't. We
you
do it.
don't?
We do once a year because what we tend to do is sign up to a national scheme, and then we'll weigh it.
So what happens to it after?
It goes for recycling with the National Trust.
Brilliant. So it gets
so-
responsibly.
Responsibly disposed.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't go to landfill.
Sorry.
If people wanted to join you, Carol, where can people contact
So
you?
they would find my beach cleans on my Instagram page, which is One Bag Beach Clean, at One Bag Beach Clean on Instagram, or One Bag Beach Clean on Facebook. That's where I normally put mine up. We haven't been running them obviously during COVID, but we're just starting to run them again now. I mean, there are so many groups all around Cornwall, so I think if you want to join one, just hunt them down. Also, Clean Cornwall and Surfers Against Sewage, they will normally be anyone who's organising cleans through them. If you go onto their websites, Clean Cornwall and Surfers Against Sewage, they will be highlighting any beach cleans happening around your area. So that's another good place to go.
Carol's got a list of those, and we'll pop all of the details in the description below. And if you wanted to join Friends of Poldhu,
Then again, it's friendsofpoldhu@gmail.com.
brilliant. So there you go, guys. If you find you've got an hour or so, why not join in a group? It sounds like great fun. We're off to do some of that now, aren't we, Carol?
Yeah.
So we're going to go down on the beach and see what we can find. Well, thank you.
Thanks very much indeed.
We need to negotiate the streams. Oh. So we're walking to the beach and there's a bit. You literally start seeing it everywhere. I don't know if I can do it when I've got the camera. No, I can't do it with the camera running.
Oh look, this bit.
Yeah, this was the bit that I was spotted.
yeah,
I can't do it with the list. You're just going in
blue
there, aren't
bit.
you?
I'll just pick it up. There we go. Make sure you wash your hands after.
Oh yes.
You must have eagle eyes for this.
Yeah.
I have eagle eyes.
Look. Oh, brilliant. I am armed. I am ready.
We thought we'd already done this bit. Look, we haven't. Oh gosh, look at all that. That's terrible.
You're very practiced, aren't you?
Yes, it's Carol's fault. I've got a lot to answer for, I think, to be honest.
You found some too.
Yeah, that's possibly from a net, is it?
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it?
You do find some really odd things and you think, what are they? What were they used for? The little
They're
nurdles.
so tiny.
And these are pre-production plastics. So whenever we make our plastic items, all the plastics that we use are all made of these little things. And what happens is they get spilled from cargo ships into the sea, and then they find their way into the rivers.
And they're presumably they float on top of the
They float, but then they get stuck in the sand. So basically I've been scraping around in the sand today, and then that's where I found these. So they're absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, we might have one there.
Yep, that's one.
So tiny.
This is rubber that they use to tie around the lobster pots.
Oh, okay.
It goes around, and you always find
And
ways
it's
of it on the
degraded
beach.
and it's just...
Yes, it just comes off the lobster pots.
So it's, yeah.
And then if you think these pieces will get even smaller, and you won't be able to see them, but they'll still be tiny fragments. Floating around.
Oh,
It's like it's been like plastic soup out there, which is just so sad, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? I've found another bit now. Look. Gosh, you could do this all day.
Well, you could. Yeah, there's a lot here in one little go, so there's that. And they're tiny little pieces, but so they just all get tangled in the seaweed.
Yes.
You just sort of concentrate on what you're doing, and it's like a good mindfulness.
Yeah.
I think it is really good for mental health.
And you're out in the fresh air, and you're with other people.
You're doing something useful, you're interacting with other people, you're helping clean the beach.
It's a tick-tick win-win, isn't it? So what inspires you to do this then?
Because I think, obviously I knew Carol and she was cleaning the beach, and then I took my dog for a walk on the beach and I thought there's so much rubbish. I just felt it was my duty to pick it up, really.
Yeah.
And now every time I take the dog for a walk, I'm walking along going, look, there's a bit. You've missed that bit.
So every step you take, you're basically looking for plastic, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It is quite sad because the view is beautiful, isn't it? But I'm only ever looking at the ground.
I know, sometimes I think I haven't looked at the sea at all in 2 hours.
Must do that a minute, actually. Good point.
There's nothing in the rucksack.
Did get a few new ones, so maybe that's...
If you'd like to go and get a drink from the cafe,
Okay,
tell them you've been beach cleaning.
okay. Thank you.
They finished.
I'm addicted.
Cup.
Yes. I think they've wrapped it all up now, but I'm sure we can find a bin.
I got a dog poo bag, we can put it in there. What have you started?
That's all my walks ruined now. It's a bit of an eye-opener actually, because the tiniest bits of plastic, the people that are doing this regularly see them in an instant, and I was struggling to find them. So small, but they're the ones that do the damage, aren't they? And we all know that, and it's such a shame, but we can do something about it. It's great today to join the beach clean, just going down towards the shore. And now we've got a little film put together where Andrew's going to try an Anne's pasty. Been itching to try one of these, haven't you?
I have.
Roll video. We're here at the Lizard. Andrew's keen to try an Anne's pasty. But will it be the curse of Anne's pasty? Every time we've tried to buy one, they've been shut. I think they're shut.
Sure. Well, it's about 5 o'clock, isn't it? It's an evening walk.
I know. Village store opening hours 9 till 3. And Anne's pasty.
They're shut. There seems to be a theme with Anne's pasties. Yeah. Every time I try and get one, they're shut.
You're not destined to try one.
No.
It's looking promising.
I saw there's some people up there eating a pasty on a bench.
And the lights are on. Come us on
Happy
then.
days. So Anne's pasties are based down here on the Lizard. It's grown over the years. It originally started off where she was making these from a converted garage behind her property, and that's still there, the original shop. But there's shops now, you'll find them here in the Lizard Village itself, also in Helston and Porthleven. So Anne's Pasties, they proudly use only local ingredients, all sourced within a 10-mile radius around the Lizard.
Smells wafting out. Smells handsome.
Got a sausage roll for the dog as well.
Oh, look at that
very hungry.
grin. Anne's Pasty.
Come on then.
Wow, got one at last.
Look, I've got... it's double bagged.
Wow.
So that's a medium steak pasty from Anne's Pasties here in the Lizard. That was £3.85 for that.
Right, okay.
Seems reasonable.
So, size, impressions so far?
Looks about right to me.
It does, doesn't it?
And it looks like flaky pastry to me.
Yes, I'd agree. Or a very buttery short crust anyway.
It looks very nice anyway.
It does.
Should we give it a go?
Let's see.
This is where we need smell-o-vision.
I know, I can smell it from
Smells
here.
handsome.
Oh, it does,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
It smells handsome. I'm going to go for it.
Come on, I'm drooling. Pastry sounds crunchy.
So the pasties are actually short crust pasties, but she actually combines in the pastry making lard and margarine. And the pastry's not worked too much either, so it actually gives a flaky sort of texture and finish. Chunks of meat in that.
Wow. Gosh. Do you know that looks more like a homemade one?
It does. It does. I'm not generally a fan of flaky pastry.
No.
I prefer short crust. This is really nice. Her pasties are quite unique as well because they're actually crimped along the top and not along the side. This is proper full. Wow. Bursting out the seams, that is.
It is, isn't it?
Lovely chunks of meat. So it's normally beef skirt in a pasty, isn't it?
It is.
Nice chunks of steak.
Yes.
You got your potatoes in there,
Yes.
and you got a bit of swede, and a bit of onion.
Is
Traditional
it nice?
Cornish pasty. It's nice.
Sorry, is it nicely seasoned?
It is. It's quite salty, but I think the salt might be coming from the butter.
Oh, okay.
It's nice.
That's quite messy. It looks like a fully party pasty.
It looks quite messy, but it tastes handsome. I think the other reason I don't usually go for a flaky pastry is because you get droppage with a flaky pastry. The short crust is a bit thicker.
Yeah.
I'm getting droppage, and the dog's getting his lunch.
He's loving it.
He is, isn't he? This is nice. I see where people go for them.
Whilst Andrew tucks into his pasty, let me just tell you, this is the type of thing we've been putting out recently on Patreon. Patreon is a platform where you can help support our channel financially so that we can make the videos that you enjoy. And on Patreon we're adding little food reviews or little quirky bits that maybe we can't put in a video. So if you're interested, the details are in the description below. Yes, I think droppage is a problem.
I am making a mess here. I've actually got to the good bit. I'm down to the juices.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they're really tasty.
Do you know what I did notice before you actually eat it all? Is this. This is where the juices have seeped out whilst it's cooking, and you get that kind of nutty, caramelised, lovely, juicy flavour.
It's the best bit, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? So it must be a real juicy pasty.
I'm going to go for it.
Oh, no. I'm so envious. Is everybody else at home just drooling? Oh, who wants a pasty now?
Their extra large pasty in there was called the Gert Liquor.
You've got droppage.
I've got droppage.
It's a problem. You're missing all the tasty meat bits.
I've had most of them. Do you know what? That was really nice. Before I completely polish this off, I will just review it.
Yes.
Because I am a professional after all. And as Sarah's probably just mentioned, we've been putting a few of these little extra bonus videos out on Patreon, and we go and get a cream tea or a pasty and incorporate it with somewhere we've been on the walk. But I've been scoring these out of 10, Sarah.
Yes.
Do you want to know what I'm going to give this one?
I do. Come on.
I've got wind. Hang on a minute. Do you know what? I'd really like to give this a 10.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to give it a 9.5 though.
Why?
Well, I had a bit of droppage. If I didn't have my bag, I'd have problems. I'd be all over my lap by now. And I think the crimp as well on it. It's a nice crimp, but the crimp had just separated a bit of the join.
Oh, okay.
Now it could just be I'd had a slightly misformed pasty, which usually are very nice. Is this too long for the video?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It's a 9.5 out of 10. And if you want to send me somewhere to review a pasty, put a note in the comments below. Cheers.
Finally, the curse of Anne's pasties has been broken. Have you scratched that itch?
I have, that was very nice. I'll definitely be back for more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we've been down here, I've tried a few times to get one,
Yeah.
and we're always here too late, aren't we? Or they've sold
Yeah.
out, or... Yeah, that was nice, very nice.
Excellent. Now, just before we leave Poldhu Beach, I must do my own little bit of beach cleaning.
Sarah, you're supposed to be picking up plastics?
I know, I got sidetracked. I have, however, found a lovely amount of sea brick, sea tile, sea glass and some pottery.
You've got some nice pieces there, haven't you?
I'm sure I can make a painting with that. Like, oh, I've just found another bit. Look.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Lovely. So I think we should leave the beach now. We must leave the beach now, Andrew.
Well, we've left it cleaner than when we
Yes.
found it.
Yes.
So that's a
much
good thing,
cleaner,
isn't it?
and that's a good feeling. Come on then.
It's everywhere. Do your bit. Pick up